Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program Adventure. When we last left off, we were preparing ourselves for a lunar landing, and in this episode, we are going to attempt to land on the moon, do some science, and hopefully return back to Kerbin. If we do not succeed in getting off the moon, then we will have to rely on one of our three lifeboat systems that we've set up at the moment to take care of us. But let's see if we can pull it off with our own rocket first. We have a couple of methods of actually getting off the moon if it turns out that this isn't enough to, What's that over there? There's something twinkling. Oh, I think that's just a star. What is that? Do you see that? It's right. Well, never mind. That's probably nothing. Anyway, we have 20 minutes to commit to a burn that'll take about 1 minute and 4 seconds. Doing that should put us right on the surface of the planet, of the moon, rather. So first things first, I'm going to aim for that node that we've set up right here. This is one thing that we can do to perform a landing. Alternatively, what we could do is, actually, let's see if we can do this without using the node for a change. I'm going to quickly get us to where we want to go in the orbit. About a minute before we need to be there. There's the sun, so we don't have to worry about power because this vessel is being powered. Ooh, look at that. We've got a friend out there. That is the Lunar Lifeboat number 2. So number 2 is on hand and on standby, so if we need it to rescue us, it's right over there. Let's see. So, right, as I was saying, let's time skip a little bit forward. Here we go, about 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay. So we are approaching our landing point. Again, I'm going to quick save so that we don't have to time skip a second time. There's our landing spot. So there are a couple ways to go about doing this. I believe if we aim straight at the horizon, like so, we can perform a landing. I'm going to try a couple of different versions of this experiment just to see how well it does in fact go. I will admit, I have done some practice runs, and I've had a little bit of trouble actually landing on the surface of a moon. What more or less gets me in is slowing us down to a crawl on our trajectory, I will admit. Because even if you are landing very slowly back on the surface, the problem is that we're still dealing with orbital momentum, and if we don't completely slow that down to a reasonable speed, then we will get stuck. One technique that I think might help is if we rotate our craft so that this spike here, this little bit, is on top, because when we eventually go upright, that spike will act as a stopping leg, and that might keep us from rolling. Like so. Anyway, it looks like actually, if we look down here, our retrograde marker and our target marker are starting to merge together. I believe the way we want this to work is that we want to have it so that we keep birding on this trajectory with ourselves pointed right at the horizon here until the until that green retrograde marker, that's the green one with the X on it, disappears. Or not disappears, but goes down to the bottom of the screen where it disappears from our side. Ooh, look at that. We've got an Earthrise over there. A Kerbin rise, if you will. I'm going to make sure we're still aiming at the horizon. Let's see, is this dark patch of land? No, it isn't. We want to land in this dark area here. I don't know why, but it looks like a fun target to hit, so I'm going to give it a shot real quick. Now, I'm actually going to give it a few seconds once we hit that node, because I don't necessarily want to immediately, land on that spot. I want to land right in the middle of that region. So, hopefully we can. So I'm going to go forward a little bit. I believe this dark region that we see right on the ground here is actually that area. Okay, so I'm going to aim right for the horizon, right where our retrograde marker is, and I'm going to burn at full right now. Okay, so we're coming close. From this point on, I am not quick saving until I land on the ground. And the reason for that is because if I mess up this maneuver, then at the very least, I can still redo it without having to completely fail the mission. So again, the plan is to be patient, wait for that marker to go all the way down to the bottom and off screen. When I see that happen, I will completely cut the engine, and then we'll begin our descent onto the surface itself. Okay, it's getting there, it's getting there. Okay, now it's gone. I can't see our shadow or our lights yet, so we're still in good shape right now. But I'm going to boost this up a little bit more still. Oh, we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. We're not going to... Oh. Oh no! Well, technically we landed and Bill's still alive, but that's not entirely favorable, so we're going to try that again. Okay, don't tumble. Don't tumble. Oh. Please don't tumble. Do not tumble. No! Oh no! We landed on the hill. That was the bad part. Oh, we shouldn't have done that. In fact, we're still sliding. I'm gonna try this one more time. I'm gonna find a retrograde marker and burn on the marker itself. And see if that will help us at all. But that might be a problem, because that would aim us straight towards the ground like this. But I've heard of a technique where if you burn on the retrograde marker, it does help slow down your momentum. So I want to get that retrograde marker to hit the center of the ball there, because I believe if we get it to hit the center, that will constitute a landing on the ground. Like, if the retrograde marker is straight down on the ground, then that should mean that that we've got a straight shot to the surface. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I would like it to be close. And the idea is that we're actually chasing our retrograde marker towards the center here. We've nearly got it. Okay, an X. We should be going almost... Yeah, look at that. That line is aiming straight towards the ground. I think I actually am going to quick save, because these conditions are really favorable. So, let's see. What could prevent us from falling on that hill? Well, we can try to chase that retrograde marker even closer towards the center. Oops. See if that'll help at all. Let's zoom in. We do have a little bit of an archway, which is unfortunate, so I'm going to see if I can remedy that even a tad bit. Easy, easy. We might have this. Oh, for goodness sake. Hold on. I'm going to very slightly aim this way to try to reduce some of our boost, our speed, because we are still heading in that direction. This is definitely the hardest part of the landing for me. But at least we're not aiming for a hill this time, so we might actually have a better chance of landing this. We just have to be patient. Patient. Oh, we might have it this time. I'm gonna aim our landing legs to try to catch us. Ever so patient now. Okay, here we go. We're still in good shape. This is easily the scariest part of the adventure, just trying to land this. Come on, come on! Yes! We did it, everyone! We landed on the moon! We only tumbled twice, but we did it! And it wasn't even catastrophic this time. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the first on the moon. Bill looks very pleased with himself. I'm going to quick save because no matter what happens next, I'm proud that we've accomplished this. Woo! Bask in the glory of being on the moon with the terrain around us. Okay, anyway. It's not time to be distracted right now. It is time for science. I got so distracted that I didn't even realize it, but we got to observe our goo. For a full 40 science, the goo is less dense here on the moon. Our materials bay gives us a whopping 100 science. We have to return from the moon now. Let's see. Barometer, does this work here? No, I can't, because we don't have an atmosphere here. Well, that's okay. Temperature? Temperature gives us 32 science. It is cold here. Let's toggle display. It is minus 0.1 degrees Celsius, so a little bit above or below freezing. Below freezing. Right, that's the word I wanted to use. Ooh, I'm so giddy right now. I just have to confess I'm really happy. Let's see. I might do something really stupid right here, but I realize that I haven't gotten some goo experiments slightly above the atmosphere, so I'm going to quick save. Very slightly thrust ourselves up back into the air, conduct the goo experiment. Okay, so not really much to say about that. Come on. Okay, good. Good, good. We're still safe. We're still good. In fact, we're a little bit on a flatter surface than before, so we're good. So we've got all the science that we can from our main experiments. Unless we want to do a... Oh, I'm gonna get greedy, aren't I? Okay, alright, never mind, sorry, I had to catch my breath there. Let's do a crew report, because we're already right here, that gives us 20 science. Let me conduct a quick EVA, which means that I'm going to lower the ladder before we start our actual EVA right here, just to be safe. We are still within the sun sight, I believe, so we still got power to light this thing. I'm going to prepare ourselves for an EVA by clicking the EVA button for Bill Kerbin. Gonna click him to do an EVA report to give us an additional 24 science, so we are really racking up the numbers here. Very quickly, I'm going to store the experiments and take them back. Let's see. That'll allow us to do yet another EVA once we get back in the pod and start to lift off again. Real quick, I am going to... let's see. I'm going to grab this, slowly come down. It's not going to reach the complete surface, but it'll get us close enough. Our jetpack that we have also works on the surface of the planet as well, which means that we will be able to get back up there without worrying about it. Let's see, let us review an EVA sample. We feel very small. Can we actually see Kerbin from where we're standing? I know we could see a Kerbin rise earlier, but I think we might be out of the view. Yeah, I can't see it at all. Where did he say we was, by the way? Let's see. Where we were, by the way. We're at the moon's far side crater. So we're at the far side's crater right now. That's where we landed. We're going to keep that data. Let's take a surface sample, which gives us a whopping 120 science. So we are literally racking up science by the hundreds here, just by landing on the moon. That's why it's worth coming here. So we're going to keep that data, obviously. Let us plant a flag to commemorate our occasion here. We're going to call this the Armstrong landing site. Giant leap for one whose steps are so small. I'm going to get rid of the thing right there. We did it! So, all we have to do is take all the science that we've gathered here and safely return. Now, that's going to be the hard part, because I have to confess, I don't really know if we have enough fuel to get out of here. But, this is where the true work actually begins. In the next episode, we're going to attempt to leave the moon and return to the surface. Yes, I said leave. We just got here and we already need to leave. We don't have that many experiments with us. If we did have more, we would have stayed, but, yeah. Anyway, until the next time, guys, this is Ardwick. Stay tuned, and have a good night.